You are welcome to the Guru on Air, the YouTube channel of Godwin Etagogo, the man known on air as the Guru. We discussed in the first episode importation of adulterated fuel. Who do we hold accountable? And we spoke that since 2016, NNPC had been solely responsible for importation of fuel for Nigeria usage. Knowing fully, we should at least place that on record, that we refined not even 1 barrel of our crude oil. 450,000 barrels allocated for Nigeria usage at the point of being refined is taken away. It's exported. Drop in Venezuela. From Venezuela, the authority now will move it to refiners around Europe or whichever place. Therefore, it returns. But before 2016, we made it clear that many participators were in the field. And of course, this had come with allegations of subsidy for big fraud, which have been harming the economy of Nigeria for years. Until 2016, the budget came to the National Assembly without subsidy allocation. So, meaning there will be no subsidy payment. Nigerians thought first that could it be that because this government, while in opposition, had argued that there was nothing like subsidy, that the so-called subsidy was a big fraud. So Nigeria felt, okay, it had been established, no subsidy. That is responsible. But no, behold, as the year got into an end, we discovered that NNPC said they pay subsidy, which went into billions or trillions. Since that year, NNPC has been solely responsible for importing our PMS plus other products. Without the issue, of course, because that has been allocated to some individual in Nigeria. So now, suddenly a deadly fuel, PMS, premium motor spirit, came, which has no specification with what is consumable in Nigeria at all. Oh, first of all, it's sulfur that was overrated, that is too high, and of course, Nigeria crude has no sulfur. Another is ethanol, another, technically, they use all languages to tell us this was the reason for this. Who is making the allegation? It's NNPC. And at the break of the news, NNPC now told us those companies that were responsible, I mentioned them in the first episode. But the first to come out to shout that no, we are not responsible is MRS. Let me read the concluding paragraph of MRS press release. The allegation reported against the company that MRS imported contaminated products is therefore mischievous, false, and untrue. MRS is not an importer of this contaminated PMS into the country, nor does MRS sell substandard products. We are, by this press release, informing the media and general public that all products currently dispensed, sold out of all MRS stations, with the exception of the recent product received from NNPC, are on spec and are of the highest quality. We implore our esteemed customers to continue to patronize MRS stations nationwide, while we assure you that any and all products currently sold are not contaminated. All contaminated products have been isolated and will not be sold to the public. Then we return back. This is a statement. Awado equally went out, press conference, and sang the same song that no, it was not there. But when we look at what was counted, Duke MRS, Orado, Duke Oil, and other coexisting companies were bringing this in on behalf of NNPC. Now, the most unfortunate thing of this adulterated fuel is that the organization leading the investigation happened to be NNPC. How NNPC that is self-saddled with the responsibility of importing fuel solely for Nigeria, be therefore the most qualified organization to investigate and to bring to punishment those who brought adulterated fuel into Nigeria. Can we not perceive that there will be miscarriage of justice in this matter? Let us raise that question. We must all find an answer to that question. But let us move a little further in the interrogation. As I said earlier, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, is the Minister of Petroleum Resources. Therefore, whatever that happens in that petroleum resources is directly under his purview. It is his responsibility. Because he's the minister, yes, we must admit, he has a cosmetic, widow-dressed Minister of State. In this case, Timothy Silva, former governor of Bayelsa State, as the Minister of State for that. But the one responsible, taking total responsibility of that ministry, is the man who is President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces. Therefore, who are we supposed to direct our query to if we really know what we are doing in this country? In my most humble opinion, with all due respect to the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Forces, the first person we should direct our query to should be Mr. President. But unfortunately, most unfortunately, it is Mr. President again that instructed NNPC to bring those responsible to book. It is Mr. President that instructed NNPC to do everything possible that all those responsible for importation of this adulterated fuel must be brought to book. For example, importers of dirty fuel must be held accountable. Buhari vows. This is a story in the Guardian newspaper. Importers of dirty fuel must be held accountable. Buhari vows. Good enough. Mr. President is coming up with his responsibility, but is directing this to NNPC. That is the sole importer. And the President is the minister. Therefore, if we wait for the President to come out, bringing the importers to book, there must obviously be miscarriage of justice. Because the culprit, number one, NNPC, operating under the supervision of President Muhammadu Buhari, who is the Minister of Petroleum Resources. That is number one. Number two, MRS had come out to deny we are not involved. Oado had come out to deny we are not involved. Duke Oil has not come out to deny. And Duke Oil, if Nigerians must know, is a subsidiary of NNPC. A twist is coming into the story. Every one of them mentioned Duke Oil as important. Duke Oil is a subsidiary of NNPC, meaning Duke Oil is NNPC. NNPC is Duke Oil. Meaning Duke Oil is a company being directed, being controlled, being whatever by Mr. President, who is the Minister of Petroleum Resources, who controls NNPC, who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, who is the Executive President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. First of all, let us look at Duke Oil. Duke Oil. There are a few things we need to know about Duke Oil. I want to throw this as a question to Nigerians. Can Nigerians who are privileged to know about many other things. Help us with Duke Oil by telling us exactly what Duke Oil stands for. Duke Oil is not just a subsidiary of NNPC. I think if Nigeria will conduct an elaborative interview or interrogation or investigation should be the proper word. If Nigeria should conduct it, Nigeria should come out with surprises. Duke Oil. Information at my disposal. I want Nigerians to help me, please. Because I'm not having totality control of the information. Duke Oil that brought the contaminated fuel was incorporated in 1989. I repeat, it was incorporated in 1989 in Panama as an offshore share company by somebody who is very, very high in NNPC today. Let me, because this is a very tough assignment. That is why I'm inviting all Nigerians to please let us dig deep and know the origin of Duke Oil. Aleman, Cordero, Galida, and Lee, for those who are not aware, is the law firm most reported mentioned in the Pandora Papers leak for setting up money laundering schemes to hide money stolen by third world government officials. So, let me repeat this. Duke Oil was incorporated in the year 1989. And by the same group of people, Aleman, Cordero, Galido, and Lee. And these are the people, group of lawyers that are responsible for incorporating companies offshore Panama. The one that just last year, the Pandora paper we talk about, that revealed how most Nigerians launder their money and escaping tax is a haven for stolen money. Duke Oil was incorporated in Panama as far back as 1980. And the man who took the matter there for the registration by security services of these people I mentioned, I repeat their name, Aleman, Cordero, Galindo, and Lee. The man who took the matter to the security services paid them to incorporate Duke Oil happens to be a man that's still very much alive and is very, very high on top in NNPC as we speak now. Can you beat this? Nigerians need to know more about the formation, about the origin of Duke Oil, and why it was done. In the next episode, probably, the Guru signing off.